Hello there, culture enthusiasts. We appreciate your curiosity and your likes on our videos. Today we're embarking on a journey through time, exploring the rich tapestry of Portugal's history. This small but mighty nation has left an indelible mark on the world stage, with a tale marked by impressive achievements, pioneering discoveries, and a far-reaching global influence. From its humble beginnings to its golden age of discovery, Portugal's story is as diverse as it is fascinating. So buckle up as we dive deep into Portugal's fascinating past. Picture this: the year is 1143, and a new kingdom is born on the Iberian Peninsula. But let's rewind a bit, shall we? Before the Kingdom of Portugal sprang into existence, this land was a crossroads of civilizations. The Celts, the Carthaginians, the Romans, the Visigoths, and the Moors. They all left their footprints on this small but mighty nation. The Celts, those ancient wanderers, were among the first inhabitants, leaving behind a legacy of music, folklore, and a deep connection to nature. Then came the Carthaginians, traders and sailors from the distant shores of North Africa. The Romans, with their roads and cities, brought the Latin language, the foundation of Portuguese. The Visigoths, a Germanic people, ruled for a few centuries, their influence subtly woven into Portugal's cultural tapestry. And then the Moors from North Africa brought their advanced knowledge of science, architecture, and the arts, shaping the land for over 5 centuries. They left behind architectural wonders like the Castle of Silves and the Castle of Paderni, silent witnesses to a bygone era. But let's fast forward to the 12th century. Enter Afonso Henriques, a man of vision and ambition, determined to carve out a kingdom of his own. He rebelled against his mother Teresa and the Kingdom of Leon and Castile in a real-life Game of Thrones. The Battle of Urique in 1139 marked a decisive moment in his quest. Here, Afonso Henriques claimed to have witnessed a divine sign, a cross in the sky. Interpreting this as a celestial endorsement of his struggle, he pressed on, his determination unwavering. 3 years later, in 1143, with the signing of the Treaty of Zamora, Portugal was recognized as an independent kingdom, and Afonso Henriques its first king. His dream had become a reality, his name forever etched in the annals of history. And just like that, the Kingdom of Portugal was born, beginning a new chapter in the rich tapestry of history. Fast forward to the 15th century, and Portugal is ready to make waves quite literally. The age of discovery is about to kick off, and this small but determined nation is poised to lead the charge. This era, bursting with exploratory zeal, was a time when the world became a little smaller, a bit more familiar. It was the dawn of globalization, and Portugal was at the forefront, steering the ship into uncharted waters. Prince Henry the Navigator, a man whose moniker said it all, was the key patron behind these voyages. He didn't just sit in his palace dreaming of distant lands, though. He established a school for navigation and supported exploratory expeditions, forever stirring the pot of maritime discovery. Under Prince Henry's patronage, Portuguese explorers ventured down the African coast, braving treacherous waters and unknown territories. They were the first Europeans to round the Cape of Good Hope, opening a sea route to the wealth of the East. And let's not forget the legendary Vasco da Gama, a name that rings synonymous with discovery and adventure. His voyage to India was a game-changer, establishing a direct sea route from Europe. It was like unveiling a whole new world, brimming with spices, silks, and precious jewels. But Portugal didn't stop there. Enter Pedro Álvares Cabral, another daring explorer. His claim to fame? The discovery of Brazil in the year 1500. Yes, the land of samba, football, and the Amazon rainforest owes its European discovery to Portugal. The age of discovery wasn't just about finding new lands, though. It was about establishing trade routes, spreading cultures, and yes, some less savory aspects like colonialism and the slave trade. But with the good and the bad, Portugal left an indelible mark on the world. So there you have it. This small but mighty nation didn't just sit on the sidelines of history. They were out there, writing their own chapters, leading the way in maritime exploration. The age of discovery, with Portugal at the helm, forever changed the course of world history. Let's leap into the future, where Portugal's history takes a turn for the turbulent. Stepping into the 19th century, Portugal was a veritable chessboard for European power players. Enter Napoleon Bonaparte, who, in his quest for continental dominance, left Portugal in his wake. The royal family, however, was one step ahead, packing their bags and seeking refuge in Brazil, making Rio de Janeiro the temporary capital of the Portuguese Empire. Talk about a tropical retreat, but all holidays must come to an end. The royal court eventually returned to Portugal, and the winds of change blew in from Porto. The Liberal Revolution of 1820 kicked off a series of events, culminating in the establishment of the country's first constitution in 1822. Portugal was on its way to becoming a constitutional monarchy. Fast forward to the 20th century, and Portugal was once again caught in a whirlpool of political upheaval. The Estado Novo dictatorship, under the iron fist of Antonio de Oliveira Salazar, held the country in its grip for over 40 years. But every dark night has its dawn, and for Portugal, it was the Carnation Revolution of 1974, a nearly bloodless coup. It marked the end of the dictatorship and the restoration of democracy. But let's not end on a somber note. Portugal is a treasure trove of fascinating tidbits. Did you know that Lisbon is one of the oldest capitals in Europe? Or that the country is the birthplace of the rich port and Madeira wines? And let's not forget Fado, a melancholic musical genre that is as Portuguese as the pastel de nata. Lastly, a shout out to the University of Coimbra. Founded in 1290, it's one of the oldest continuously operating universities in the world. So if you're ever in the mood for a history lesson, you know where to go. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour of Portugal's rich and diverse history. Phew, that was quite a journey, wasn't it? From ancient civilizations to a kingdom birthed in rebellion, to leading the age of discovery, Portugal has certainly left its mark. We've traversed centuries covering Napoleonic invasions, the flight of royalty, political upheavals, and the birth of democracy. Let's not forget the unique treasures, like melancholic Fado tunes, and the world-renowned port and Madeira wines. If you enjoyed this history ride, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and check out our other videos. Until next time, stay curious.